only one person. And she drove her car up there. They shot her up 27 times.
Don't tell too much. Don't tell too much.
Huh?
We agree. I said, don't tell too much.
This is
we agree. Hit them.
This is a lie.
The lie. Yeah, I know. We all lie. We lie all over the place. All right, we gotta get them in now. Oh, what's this? What do you got on?
You got me? You got me? Yeah, Zach, I do need that done too. Yeah, let her know. I'll probably be there. I'll drive you by there. Yeah. Yo, that's what I want to say. Good morning to everybody too. You know what I'm saying? Rise and shine. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up. A new year, new beginning. Cut it up from over there on the computer.
It's all there. Those of us that know intellectual violence don't do so for pleasure.
Radio, nigga.
You do so because
Yo. Radio, nigga.
Good morning, my children of the sun. Welcome to WHGE 95.3 FM. It's 11 a.m. or a little after. But at any rate, this is the Open Eye. I'm the Open Eye optometrist, third eye optometrist, Patrice Gibbs. Joined, of course, by my brother in consciousness and intellectual surgeon, Nsoromma. Oh, Lord, we got a lot to talk about today. Oh, man.
Homie.
Oh.
What's up, homie?
What's up, brother?
Hey,
What's up? If I got you on camera over here,
I don't know, your camera angles be crazy. You don't be you won't be having the phone right. You just sit your phone up and just start recording and talking. People looking under your chin. I'm like, yo, he just don't want to do that right. Dude, that's Pat's famous angle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's word. But we in there.
That's
word. You can definitely hear us.
The ears is better.
Yes, indeed. Look, I'm gonna start off with something. I may have said this before, but you know.
Hey, yo, is this our first joint in 2021?
Nah, this is our second one.
Second
one. Yeah. We went in last week on them. We as my boy said, we kicked the door open on 2021 last week. Believe that. Last word. And you didn't like it, I'm gonna tell you like I told you last week. Kiss my black ass. I don't pull no punches. Now look,
yo,
this is how crazy the situation is. These people are. All right. Stalin broke it down. Stalin was the Russian dictator. Stalin once ripped all the feathers off a live chicken as a lesson to his followers. Now that sounds real crazy. He then set the chicken on the floor a short distance away. The chicken was bloody and suffering immensely. Yet, when Stalin began to toss some bits of wheat toward the chicken, it followed him around. He said to his followers, see, this is how easy it is to govern stupid people. They will follow you no matter how much pain you cause them, as long as you throw them a little worthless treat once in a while.
A little $600.
You stole my line, brother.
Your boy is on point.
Yeah, you stole my line.
I listen.
That's word. Yeah, buddy. Good morning, Sherry, cousin Sherry, and brother Vaughn.
It's good.
All right. That's word. But I ain't mad at you for stealing my line because, like you said,
I'm on it.
Big time.
No, but that ain't the only crumb. It's a couple
it's a couple of crumbs. It's a couple of crumbs, you know.
Oh my
But
God.
you know, these dumbass people will follow behind the worst for a couple of crumbs.
Now, that's just some stuff is speechless, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like
leave you like,
you don't have any words for some things. You know what I mean? It's like, wow.
You know? Now, you know, of course, the orange disaster is going to be a big topic of conversation today. And tell you something, you heard about that phone call he made to the was it the governor in Georgia or the election official in Georgia?
No, what he say? I don't know.
He called down there and told him, you know, look, just let me get this 11,000. You know, we could turn this thing over. Just let me get this 11,000. If you don't let me get this 11,000, all right, you could be in trouble because this thing has been crooked from the start. You know they cheated me out the election. You know that. This is what he told him in Georgia.
That's what he talking. That's how he talking.
Yeah. Oh, he talking slick.
Oh, okay, slick.
He's talking slick. That's word. Let me tell you like this. All right, you heard of the Nixon tapes?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
The audio Trump with Georgia, it was like telling the Nixon tapes, hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
No, hold up. He didn't say it right. Hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
Yo, man, but we have a true hostile takeover that I was telling you that was going on. Abrupt. This is what I predict.
Yeah.
All the way down to the break-in. I told you that. I told you. But listen, it's even deeper than that. Do you think it's going to change?
Oh no. You know what? Let's bring it around so people understand how deep this thing is. Okay. First of all, I got a quote from Brother Baba Hameen. All right, this is well-informed brother, elder, and what have you. All right, this is what he said. This is what he says. He says, descendants of Africa and America are cornered and powerless in the face of persistent racial and economic struggles in the U.S. And most of the other folk don't give a damn. Don't true. He said when Trump ran for office, he actually wanted him to win the first time. Why? Because as a known bigot, racist, and supporter of white supremacy, it was a given. He would act it all out. And I'll be damned, he did, didn't he?
Of course he would.
Yeah. Brother Hameen said, my thought was that if seeing injustices right in our faces as opposed to other whites who sugarcoat it, that would wake us up to realize that we have no one but ourselves in an uphill battle to ever get our just due from this society.
I mean, when you have the race soldiers that you always talk about and listening to a president like this, when you get pulled over like I did. I got pulled over a couple of years ago, and this particular cop made me take the sobriety test 5 times. And inside of taking the sobriety test 5 times, he'd look at me and say, take it again, nigger. I don't know, not N-word. You know what I'm saying? Take it again, N-word. Do it again, N-word. You know what I'm saying? So,
until he got the results that he wanted.
He not only got the results, but he basically coerced me into giving blood. And when the blood come back, it was the most minimum amount that you could have in your system for, marijuana. Because it's this new thing they trying to apply. And being as though it's marijuana and they know a lot of black people do it, and that's who they attacking. And I happen to be one of them that they stopped in a DUI checkpoint. How can you say someone is impaired in a checkpoint from marijuana? You didn't catch them zigzagging. They wasn't swerving or nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a smell on them. Marijuana don't impair you like that.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So when I seen that, you know, it was like 11:30 at night. I could have been killed out there.
Yeah.
And that's all went through my mind.
I heard
you know what
that.
I'm saying? He looked at me like, "Oh, you work out and all of that."
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, I do, but that don't mean anything.
Well, your skin made you a threat anyway.
My skin was the worst thing. And on top of that, they pulled over a drunk driver.
Okay.
And let him go.
Ain't that something?
And he was white.
Yeah, there you go.
That's crazy.
From that realization, our reality, brother said, I had hoped they would bring us together in unity and learn to count on ourselves for our needs.
Right, that's true. I mean,
yeah, but he said, like brother said, he was wrong. Even brazen Trump's outright racist behavior that prompted outright acts against us since day one of his presidency. Still too many Negropeans rely on the hope that good white people will help us in our struggles for justice and equality one day. Yeah.
I mean, when they turned on them, now it's a problem. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It was mainly white people in that capital.
Mm-hmm.
So when they did whatever they did, that was basically a threat against the white people. That's why they really upset. You know what I'm saying?
Get that too. I found out that not even Trump's overt racist behavior, that was supported by almost one half of the country, can awaken some of our Negropeans immersed in the need to be accepted. See, that's a big part of our problem, the need to be accepted. You know, I had a lady say to me, well, if you have such a problem with this country, why don't you immigrate? You know what she's saying is, America, love it or leave it. You know what, you racist hussy? You can go to hell.
First of all, we were born here.
Yeah, hey,
period.
You know?
But our ancestors and our history comes from another place. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So for you to tell us to leave, we originally were born here.
Oh, we was here before that.
Right, before you.
Know?
So,
yeah. You know, because all of us, you know, did not come over on the slave ship. Some of us was already here when they got here. And you know me, I do not discount the Atlantic slave trade, because 1/3 of the African continent was decimated during the slave trade.
Yeah.
You know, but just the same, that Caucasian woman, racist, Saltine, had no right to tell me love it or leave it. See, the problem was she wasn't willing to deal with the problem that is the racism of America. For her, the problem was the fact that I even mentioned it.
I don't understand how one group of people can think they can run the planet.
Yeah, that's you know, that's that white supremacy, man.
No, that's incredible to me, man. For them to have a mindset like that. I was looking at TV last night because you know they got all kind of people on there now, the Ku Klux Klan members, and all kind of stuff like that.
Boys.
The Proud Boys, and all these people that was murderers to our ancestors, and you know, walking around like that's okay. You know what I'm saying? When they really committed murder. The people that broke into that stuff yesterday, they criminals.
Wednesday. Oh, they beyond criminals.
Right. They are criminals.
Let me give you that definition.
Break it down.
Okay. Terrorist, a person or group who uses unlawful violence and intimidation in pursuit of political or religious aims. These people were trying to stop the electoral count.
That's what that was done. They set the place on fire.
1812.
Right. Last time it was done, they set it on fire.
And who did that? It was the British.
Yeah, the British.
The British. The war 1812.
Right.
Was the last time that the capital
was breached.
Right. Was invaded.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Now, you as the president go, yo, get my Proud Boys and all my members of the KKK and go kick the door in. Now, we as black people could have just been outside, standing there with peaceful signs and breached the gate, and it would have been an all-out murder scene out there.
Right. It would have been a massacre.
Yeah.
And we'd have did what they did.
And that's the injustice that we as black people
Mhm.
been talking about and fighting for this whole time. America has been in business using us through trade.
That's right. Well, I'm gonna tell you something now. Before we get too deep into that, because we definitely gonna get into that.
Right.
All right, it's a couple of things we need to talk about and cover right quick. All right. One, we're still dealing with this COVID and this vaccination.
And yeah, what? They was all down there, not 6 feet apart, and
Oh,
no
yeah.
masks and all kinds of stuff
Oh, well,
like
you
that.
know, they
And they from
you
all
know,
over the country, right?
yeah,
So they can spread that, take that back.
it was a
wherever they
spreader
go.
event. It was
Right.
definitely a
It was
spreader event.
right?
Okay,
Oh my
and
God.
you know that they, went along with the first thing that their cult leader said,
Right.
the Orange Disaster, was that the COVID was fake and they don't need no mask.
Right.
All right, now, and they definitely ain't taking no vaccine. You know what? On that point, we might be on the same page because a healthy doctor died 2 weeks after getting a COVID-19 vaccination.
How you gonna give somebody a vaccine? Listen, when they say vaccine,
Mm-hmm.
that's not a cure.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
No,
Okay.
it's not a cure.
So if it was a cure, they'd say we have the cure.
Right.
Right. So they ain't even saying that they guarantee that it protects you from
Right. The thing is, you're supposed to take the
any
vaccination.
viruses.
Right. It's supposed you take the vaccination before you get the COVID. And once you take the vaccination, you're supposed to be protected from the COVID.
No, but you're supposed to take 2 vaccinations, right?
Oh yeah, you got to take 2 shots. It's 2 shots. So much time period together. It's like
when it
take
first
the
came,
first one and then the second one.
When it first came to sight, it was like you gotta get 16 shots. You don't
That's
remember
crazy.
that, right?
Nah, I don't remember that.
It was 16 shots.
That's crazy.
And they broke it down to 2 now. Plus they don't know what's in it.
And how many times have we broken down to you the dangers of taking vaccinations in this country?
Man, that's
especially
oh my God,
if you black or poor.
Right.
Because I remember one of the stories I gave y'all about vaccinations was a sister took her son to the neighborhood clinic.
Yeah, I remember that.
Vaccination.
Yeah.
All right.
But it was a privatized clinic.
Well, no, it wasn't the clinic.
They got the shipment messed up or something.
Yeah, it wasn't the clinic. The clinic was, for poor people and this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
All right. And you was on Medicaid when you're on welfare or whatever. She's on Medicaid, so her the vaccination for her son was supposed to be free.
Right.
The doctor said, "Oops, wait a minute, I gave him the wrong vaccination. You owe me $700." Now this is the same vaccination that's supposed to be for whatever
It's supposed to be free.
It's supposed to be free. Supposed to be the same. But the one that her son got was not supposed to be at that clinic.
Right.
It was the $700 vaccination, which was supposed to protect the same thing. So what is the difference? The difference was the vaccination that her son was supposed to get is the vaccination that they target towards black people and poor people.
Right. That it left out like 17 ingredients out of the other one.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they do.
Right. Right.
That's what they know.
See, that $700, he wasn't going to die from that. All right. So this healthy doctor, 2 weeks after getting the first dose of a Pfizer COVID-19 vaccine, 56-year-old Dr. South Florida died. Possibly the nation's first death linked to the vaccination.
After the vaccine.
Yeah, after they shot him.
Wow. But they ain't reporting none of them anyway.
Oh no,
they trying to hush that anyway. I'm
yeah.
pretty sure that all the people that they gave the vaccine to has been going through some.
Remember the nurse that fell out?
Yeah. And
another
took
death.
off her face muscles.
Yeah, that was another nurse. Now, Dr. Gregory Michael, a Miami Beach obstetrician, who his family says was in otherwise good health, received that dose, and they had to take him back to the hospital. They couldn't figure out. 3 days later, he saw small spots begin to appear on his feet and hands. And he went to the emergency room. You know, he a doctor. He knew just something. Okay, we got a problem here.
No, them small spots. Was they white round spots? Because that's the DNA that they got in there from the.
Well, it's a white dude. I don't know. I don't know. It might have been brown spice. I hear you. Anyway, where he worked in private practice for 15 years, that's where he went to. And his blood count was far below normal ranges.
Wow.
And he was admitted into the ICU, intensive care unit.
Wow.
For 2 weeks, they tried to raise his blood count. Experts from all over the country came and was involved in his care. No matter what they did, they could not get his blood count to go back up, and he died.
Now my whole thing is, who do his family make responsible for that situation?
That's a very, very good question.
There.
Okay, that's a very, very good question, brother. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when they put this vaccination out, when they put this vaccine out,
right?
All right, one of the provisions was that you could not sue the pharmaceutical companies if something went wrong.
Now, why would I take the vaccination if I don't have any protection for my family?
Right.
If I die.
Yeah, that's right.
Man, I mean,
this
is America. And you see the way they ran in there. They don't care.
No.
These are the same people that don't care. These are the same judges and the same lawyers and the same doctors and firefighters and teachers that was out there running in to the Capitol.
That's right.
That's why they didn't get touched.
That's right.
That's why it was their sons and their daughters and their cousins that was standing there as guards. Frank, what you doing out here, man? Get out the way, man.
Well, like I said, we're going to get all that.
Right. I mean,
we're going to get all that.
Everyone that crossed that barrier.
Before we get too deep into that, come on, man. Because we got some real deep stuff on that. Before we get too deep, and this phone keeps slipping, I got to find something to sit this up on. You know what? Tell me rotate my device. All right, I'm just gonna turn it down, but that's cool. All right. Anyway, you heard about Soho Karen? Karen with the cell phone attack.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, after she did her little cell phone attack thing, she ran off to California from New York. Okay, but you know, they still got her because they're gonna have her extra. She was arrested in California, and they're gonna have that ass extradited back to New York. You know, and they charging her with four felonies. You know, this chick was buck wild. You know, because her and her mother out in California.
Turned around and stretched both of them. Bing, bang!
He
went to jail.
You know what I'm saying?
Went to jail. That's not fair to me, man. Lock her up. Give her 3 days. You know what I'm saying? Give her some time. Them smacks.
Oh, they gonna put some stuff on
that they give these white people for their racist rants. I mean, little smack on the wrist don't mean nothing.
No,
when they give us the cheer.
You know, for the slight
jaywalking.
You know
what I'm saying?
Well, they're gonna charge her with attempted robbery, endangering the welfare of a child, attempted grand larceny, and attempted assault. So hopefully, you know, we'll see. She might see some time, because for one thing, she's what they call honorary
white. Not the black guy that was attacked.
Why she what?
Why is she on the news and not the black guy that was attacked?
Well, yeah, they was on the news, him and his son. They was on the news.
Because it seemed like we know more about her than him.
Oh, we are, because you know she got interviewed by Gayle King.
Right. I mean, we're his interview from Gayle. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. That is the racism that's in. He's the one supposed to got the interview first, not her.
Yeah.
She's the attacker.
But yeah, he has been interviewed though.
But not by the right people.
Well,
I ain't seen it. Gayle, you know what? Gayle is another Oprah.
This is a fact.
Straight like that.
This is
Gayle is another Oprah.
And you know how I feel about Gayle and Oprah.
I'm right. You know, and that's and you can see why. I understand why you feel like that sometimes. Because you know, I mean, our people need to stand up for our people sometimes.
That's what we need to do.
I don't care how much money you got.
Mm-hmm.
That's incredible, man. To me, man. I mean.
The Overnight is brought to you by the Delaware Center for Homeless Vets, founders and builders of the Pearl Center, Delaware Center for Homeless Vets, changing veterans' lives all over Delaware.
That's all. Yo, what's good? Yo, text us. Ask some questions. Get some information. Give some information.
Huh.
Yo, we newsy like that. We need news. That if you got something, tell us. True that. Rob, what's up? I see you still with us.
WHGE 95.3 FM.
Yeah.
The flag. The flag. They love the flag.
Which flag?
The American flag.
Which one?
The U.S. American flag. The stars
Well,
and
you know, they
stripes.
got the U.S. American flag and 3 different flags.
Well,
They
you
got
know
the
the one you
US
always.
American flag. They got
yeah.
the regular American flag. They got the Indian American flag. You mean Trump flag?
Well, I mean the U.S. flag, the one with the stars and stripes.
The Star Spangled kill flag.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know. Now, Colin Kaepernick. Am I saying his name right?
Colin Kaepernick.
Colin Kaepernick. His career was ruined because of their love of that flag.
Which they had all wrong because every soldier back in the day kneeled for a fallen soldier anyway.
Mm-hmm. But Wednesday, the Confederate flag was in the Capitol. One of them terrorists took down the stars and stripes to replace it with a Trump flag. And nothing. See, it wasn't the flag they loved, it's white supremacy they loved.
Right.
Understand that.
That's crazy.
Now, people can storm the Capitol and not face any sort of obstruction from the police. But heaven forbid a 12-year-old black boy carry a toy gun at a park, or a 15-year-old black boy walk home from a store with a bag of Skittles and he get killed.
Man, these is humans that they killing, man.
Yeah.
And you ain't even have to say black within there. But that's what their target is. But these are humans that they killing, man.
And see, now, you know, let's get into it here. Because I got some stuff here. Of course, you saw the police
stand down. What?
Basically stand down at the Capitol.
Right.
Not only did they stand down,
they moved out the way.
They was taking selfies
and helping
with these
down the steps.
Yeah.
Oh, let me help you, man. Don't worry about it. Bust that window over there. Yeah. Yeah. Grab that hammer. That mallet. Take that for a souvenir. Yeah, get all that.
You
Come
know,
on, man.
There's
no way that could have been any other nationality.
And it sure as hell couldn't have been black people.
Because
you remember
black people.
When Black Lives Matter had the protests in D.C.
And they had the National Guards out there.
They had the National Guard.
They're not supposed to turn our own army on us, right?
Oh, no.
Right?
They're not
supposed to do a lot of stuff, but that's one of the things that they're not supposed to do, right?
Right. That's word. You know, they had the National Guard out there. They had the Capitol Police. They had the local police, all militarized up, right? And when the Black Lives Matter peaceful protests, they were attacked with tear gas, rubber bullets.
Right. I mean,
14,000 people were
with a rubber bullet. Yeah.
Man, you see the wounds from the rubber bullets?
Yeah, man, them rubber bullets is for real.
They no joke.
Rubber coming at you 400 miles an hour and hit you. Yeah.
You know, when Chanel Helm helped organize protests after the March 13th killing of Breonna Taylor, Louisville police responded with batons, stun grenades, and tear gas.
Man, they work out on us, man. They give us the business like we are. When we decide to stand up, man, oh my God, it's going to be...
Chanel Helm. Now, this was in March, all right? The 40-year-old Black Lives Matter activist still bears scars from the rubber bullets fired at close range. And you're not even supposed to fire them at close range or aim for the head. It's supposed to back people
all the opposite.
They all the opposite.
And I mean, these is like... murderers behind these badges, man. Some of them are KKK murderers.
That's what they
You understand? And they got that badge, and that give them the murder key to do whatever they want.
Yeah, license to kill.
Yeah, man.
License to kill.
Like,
and they get away
who
with
are the ones that's going after them, man? That's who needs to be
ain't nobody going after them.
And until that happens, it's still gonna be this type of thing, man. That's messy.
So
man.
So when we call for police reform, when we call for the police to be defunded, we don't mean just take the money so they can't operate. What we mean is to bring down the level of the militarization and them behaving as an occupying force when they come into our community.
I mean,
see, this is that we don't understand about how we're living in this system of global white supremacy. Because our community is an occupied colony.
Yeah.
And we need to understand that. We need to understand that. See, so all this training that you talk about, that people talk about, and what have you.
I mean, they only exercise it when they talking to white people.
That's right.
Other than that, they on gung-ho kill.
They on gung-ho kill when it comes to us.
Right. Any other nationality, especially black, they
on
gung-ho kill, and they'll kill you over any little thing. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Any little thing. Any little thing.
You can have the right to bear arms, which you do if you're not a felon, and they pull up on you just because you have the right and you got all your credentials together, they still shoot you. Now, who gets in trouble for that? No one gets accountable. Oh, it was a mistake. Well, he's black with a gun. So what? You're white with a gun.
That's right.
I mean,
now the idea that the protesters Wednesday were able to get all the way up there, climb the walls, storm the Capitol, was just unbelievable. How would this have been different if it had been announced as a Black Lives Matter protest? Black Lives Matter, DC, had called in a statement for city officials and business leaders to denounce Trump supporters who made online threats of violence. And they urged hotels to close their doors the day of the protest. A step taken by Hotel Harrington, which had become an unofficial gathering place for the Proud Boys. Now, of course, there were casualties. There were some. 5 people had been killed.
So everybody out there should actually be charged with murder.
Damn right. Because one of those people
was a police officer, right?
Hit me here with a fire extinguisher.
That's capital murder.
Yeah.
So boom, all
you
of them
kill a
supposed
police
to get
officer.
executed. Especially if it's in the federal property. They are. If they come out here talking about, we're just going to charge you with a little breaking and injury, no. That's another part of racist, systematic racism in the justice. Systemic. If ain't no one getting electric chair or life in prison for this impeachment, I'm feeling some kind of way.
Now, the first casualty was this white woman Trump supporter.
Oh man, did you see her interview? Not her interview, but her thing that she was talking about on her way there and all that stuff she was talking. Oh my God!
You know what she was? She was a super thug terrorist.
Say it again.
She was a super thug terrorist.
Super thug terrorist.
That's what she was. Yeah. And she died after after trespassing and looting the Capitol building. She is no victim.
Right. How can you be a victim and you running in there? They didn't know what she was going to do. They didn't know she had a bomb on her back.
And like you said, the stuff that she was saying on her tweet.
On her way there, she was going in.
Yeah. She's going to get Kamala Harris. She's going to get Nancy Pelosi.
Like, But then they're characterize her as this. Oh my God, she's the most beautiful woman.
She's an Air Force veteran. Yeah, she was in the Air Force for 14 years, and she's a business owner. And I'm gonna call her by her rightful name, Ashley Babbitt.
Right. I mean,
she's an uncivilized savage that got what was coming to her. She was a threat and a thug and a terrorist and a racist ass, and that's her legacy.
Most definitely. She was a leader.
That's right.
Of the cause.
And they want to try to what they do you know how
downplay.
When we have And like Breonna Taylor, I can't think of this, Floyd.
Like just all the people, all the black people that was in
say their name. You know, hashtag say their name. They try to put a hashtag up, say their name for this house. She is not a hero. Right. She is an enemy of the country.
Yes.
Now,
let's have black people in the building.
Yes.
That happen to get into the building. Can you hear the commentating on that?
Oh yeah,
we news. We're reporters.
Remember,
so we actually can hear that for real.
Oh yeah. Remember when they had the uprising in Baltimore? Even President Obama was calling the people uprising against that racism that was going on. President Obama called them people thugs.
Right, now, and that's our own people.
That's our own people
for a good cause.
For a good cause.
But that's what a paycheck will do to you,
man.
Like you said, that crumb, that crumb that they throw to you and say this and say that.
Say that.
You know what I'm saying?
You know?
And that's what
just like my man
destroying our people.
Yep.
For generations.
For them damn butter biscuits.
For generations.
See, that's what they did on the plantation. You know, because you know they were starving them out. You know, so you as a rule you got basically slopped for your meal, cornmeal and what have you all mixed up,
dipped off in the woods and made a little patch where they can grow their own little tomatoes and stuff like that.
Oh, you get caught doing that, you got beat for that.
But I'm saying it's only one person, and there's 30 people out there, and one person come beat one person. One person come beat
you on that plantation.
Yo, man,
you under that
authority. Dead. I'd have rather died.
Yeah, that whip hurt.
I'd have rather died.
That whip hurt.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
If you think I'm gonna let you whip me, and
you had something that was on that page.
Listen, that's what I'm saying. I would have been one, but I think I would have took you out too. You're not just gonna kill me.
I heard that.
You hit me, I'm gonna respond. By any means necessary, with the maximum force that I can give you.
But I don't want to lose the point here. I don't want to lose the point here.
What's the point?
The point here is, like I was saying, and this is why I use that term, right? Is you on the plantation, and like I said, the meals is, cornmeal, right? And so if you did something, you might get a treat, and that was a butter biscuit. That was a biscuit with some butter on it. You eating cornmeal every day, and then you get a butter biscuit. Matter of fact, you know what?
Misuse, it almost came out.
Yeah.
It almost came out with misuse.
So, Toby over here, massive. You got one of them butter biscuits? Well, why would I give you a butter biscuit? Well, I'll tell you what. You give me a butter biscuit, I'll tell you where Toby ran away. And this is what our people do. They get a damn butter biscuit. Look. Fast forward to now. You get some black entertainer up there that do this right here, right? And they put him on camera that you won an Oscar and a Grammy and this, that, and the other, and you live out in Beverly Hills, and we want to ask you a question. Is there racism in America? You get to thinking about that paycheck, that mansion in Beverly Hills, that Lamborghini and this, that, and the other. And the next thing you know, you standing up there talking about, if in the years, I ain't seen it.
If in the years,
I ain't seen it. Yeah. See, that's that butter biscuit.
Oh, my God.
Back to D.C. All right. You want somebody to say her name? Hashtag say her name? Have you heard of Miriam Carey? You remember Miriam Carey? Miriam Carey was, in 2013, was a black woman having a mental health crisis.
Right.
She was shot 5 times and killed by U.S. Capitol Police for trying to breach security barriers at the Capitol.
Oh yeah. That's That's homegirl.
When she realized she did a U-turn to get out of there, but they surrounded the car and they fired on her. Shot 5 times.
How many times?
Shot 5 times, but they must have
shot 27 times.
They shot 27 times at the car. Exactly.
With the baby in there.
And that's what I was getting. She was unarmed, and she had a 13-month-old daughter in the car.
Now, they got a 1,500 to 2,000 hostile white thugs that's murderers,
mm-hmm.
and they had no protection.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, Trump told the protection to go home.
Go
ahead home and make a sandwich.
Mm-hmm. Near the scene,
yo, that's incredible.
Where one of the pipe bombs was found Wednesday, police detained the suspect and found a vehicle with a rifle and as many as 10 Molotov cocktails. According to a federal law enforcement official, investigators are working to determine whether there was a connection to the bombs found earlier. Let me tell you something. Like you were saying earlier, every one of these terrorists need to be rounded up, arrested, and tried, no exception.
Right. All the technology that we have today and all the videos that's going on, all the face recognition programs that they have, all of them that went into the building should be really, I don't want to say, that's the worstest crime you could commit.
Let's define the event.
Okay.
When you have armed insurgents breach the Capitol building
just think.
At the request of the president. Right. Let's not leave that part out. At the request of the president.
The president coerced them.
Right. This is called an attempted coup.
I told you the orange disaster wasn't going to leave quietly.
Boy, you damn sure did.
I called it, and yo, it's incredible.
Like I said.
I said a hostile takeover. Yep. I said that.
That's what
I could see it in his eyes, though.
Every one of them. Wow. They're terrorists. They need to be arrested, tried, no exceptions, convicted, no mercy,
and doing a lifetime sentence for bringing them to the Capitol of the United States of America.
If these actions don't have consequences, we will be living with terrorism for years and decades. Arrest all the cops who cooperated.
Right.
And arrest Trump. Why don't we have a mechanism that allows law enforcement to go into the White House, throw a criminal president to the floor, cuff his ass up, read him his rights, and drag his sorry ass on up out there?
Hey, yo, this you know what kill America right now? If Trump on there and write himself what you call that when you can write yourself out?
Well, a pardon?
Yeah. He go on there and write his own self a pardon.
Yeah.
And America couldn't do nothing.
You know, that's something that I had a debate with somebody yesterday over this pardon stuff.
What? That pardon's for real.
Yeah, and the jury is still out on whether he can pardon himself or not.
They have nothing to say about that.
Yeah.
He's the only one that can do a pardon.
Yeah.
So and give a pardon. That's the only power that they don't have.
Well, on a federal crime, a governor on a state crime. On a federal crime, is the president that can give a pardon.
That's incredible.
Now, some of the other crazy stuff that's going on, right? Because there have been some arrests. Like I said, there's been 5 casualties, 5 deaths, one of which was a Capitol policeman. Richard Barnett of Arkansas. This was one of the raw bold ones. All right. And I'm gonna tell you something about this thing here. Richard Barnett of Arkansas broke into House Speaker Pelosi's office, stole her mail, and then made it safely back out to brag about it. You think of that?
And the ballot and the thing that
he
stole that too.
Yeah, he stole that too. Oh, he is having the ball. Now here's the thing. If you and I on a regular day go down to DC and we want to see Nancy Pelosi, okay, we could not find her office. No, because her office, you got to go through a maze to get to Nancy Pelosi's office. Plus, you have to go through several levels of security to get there.
Right.
All right.
And they was all in there.
Right. They was all in there. Now, how they know where Nancy Pelosi's office was?
I mean, he worked for her.
No, he didn't work for her.
No, I'm just saying that's the connection. His niece was the secretary, and she gave him the map. I mean, you gotta understand what you're dealing with, son.
Let me tell you how he got in there.
How you get in there?
The Capitol Police told him where to go.
Told him where to go.
Told him where to go.
Oh yeah, well
see,
you know.
See, here's the thing, right? Claiborne from North Carolina or South Carolina. I think he's from South Carolina. Congressman Claiborne from South Carolina. His office is the same way because he's a congressional leader.
Okay.
You can't just go to his office. You might go to the office, not the office that he uses. That
he's in. Right. You can't just want to shoot him because that's what they strategically set up in there to be safe.
You can go to where it says Congressman
this way.
Right. Yeah. And you will get a bunch of underlings.
Right.
But you ain't going to get to him. Right. They got to take you to where he is.
Okay, yeah.
Okay? It's not easy to do that. All right? But these insurrectionists. Let me use this word. These terrorists.
Right.
These terrorists was able to get to these murderers.
Right.
Because there's an inside job. Capitol Police was in on this.
The president was in on it.
Well, the president was the one that called for it.
Exactly.
Right? So his security force, the Capitol Police, right? What are they doing? They helping the process to move along. Understand what the hell is going on here.
Right.
This was an inside job. The National Guard in D.C. is under the president's authority. See, it's not like here, like we're state.
That's why they was hesitant of going out there. Period. The president was not saying go out there. Right. He was delaying them.
Right. Commander in chief.
Right.
And like I said, here, we're a state. So here in the state, the governor is the commander of the National Guard. He can call out the National Guard. In D.C. is not a state.
It's federal, right?
It's federal. So the National Guard is under the Orange Disaster.
Wow.
Now, the Orange Disaster, probably the only sitting president that will have this happen to them, had his social media closed. Twitter said, at first, look, we're going to shut you down for a couple of days because, you calling out these riots and stuff. Then after a close review of recent tweets from the Orange Disasters account and the context around them, we have permanently suspended your account due to the risk of further incitement of violence. So Twitter said, hey, look, y'all, we see what this dude doing. If y'all don't, he's going to incite some more violence.
Right.
Bet your ass on that. He's going to incite some more violence.
I mean, for this particular president to have, first of all, got in office from the beginning of the way he was thinking is like, America really wanted this.
Oh, yeah.
This is something that America really wanted.
Because remember, 76 million people voted for him this time. 80 million voted for Biden. That's a big turnout. But you got 76 million people that voted for the Orange Disaster.
Right.
And 2,000 of them people descended on Washington, D.C. this week.
Yeah.
To overthrow the government.
Right.
Know what you're dealing with here.
By any means necessary. That's what they were on.
That's what they was on.
One girl said, this is the revolution, man.
Yeah.
You see that?
Yeah, y'all seen that idiot?
Yeah.
They had sprayed her ass too.
Everything. So we need to see her locked up.
Yes, we do.
All the people that was on there, that's coming through there, that's proud to be part of the bum rush for the new revolution. I personally want to see them locked up.
I'm with you on that, bro. And I'll tell you something else now.
I want to see media coverage on that.
There were 52 arrests Wednesday night.
Out of 2,000 people.
Yeah.
And 5 weapons recovered. I'm like, really?
Really?
Come on, man.
And here's the thing about them arrests. Here's the thing about those arrests, right? Those arrests were none of the terrorists, insurrectionists.
Right.
Right? Those arrests were people, DC citizens, who had violated the curfew.
Right. After the fact.
After the fact.
Right.
After the fact. They ain't had a damn thing to do with it.
Right. They wasn't even in the building and none of that. And they get arrested for it. You know what I mean?
They
always get the wrong people too with that.
Oh man.
It's like that's strategically done too. You know what I'm saying?
Of course it is.
Let the crook leave. And then all right, look, grab him.
Dove and I, WHGE 95.3 FM.
GRB, what's good? Bessie, how you doing? I see you.
Hey, Bessie.
Oh, the president definitely was in on it, along with a couple lawyers, a couple police officers, a couple sergeants. You know what I'm saying? This was a strategically done coup.
That's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
But I was telling the brother from the beginning, if they thought this brother was gone, the orange disaster was going to leave. Just on the strength of, oh, all right, you, nah.
Yeah.
Now, that was a prediction that, oh, my God. Listen, it's more to come, but I ain't even going to say what I think now is going to happen, because I don't want it to manifest, because it's like even worse than right now. No, I'm keeping, when you speak stuff into existence, you know what I'm saying?
Watch out.
Watch out, you know what I mean?
Watch out.
But when you can foresee it, oh my God, just move out the way. You know what I mean?
That's big time. Just move on out the way.
Go ahead, man.
Can you believe we can already close the show out? It's our last segment coming up, y'all.
Oh, word.
Yeah, we in here kicking it.
Stay tuned for the board too. Boy, York D getting ready to come on too, ain't he?
Who?
York, he come on after us. Tune in for York D too. After the Open Eye. Yeah, Timeless Thomas. Yeah, Timeless Thomas. Yeah, my boy. See, I've been with him for years. I've known him for years. I call him all kind of stuff.
WHGE 95.3 FM. Now, a lot of politicians and citizens and what have you, they've been calling for Donald Trump to be removed now.
But why would they do that? Just let
the 25th Amendment, they say they can use the 25th, because, I mean, this dude is dangerous. You know, they use the 25th Amendment to pull him out of office. All right? The thing about the 25th Amendment is it has to be invoked by the vice president, and Trump doesn't have to accept it. And what would happen if the vice president says, I invoke the 25th Amendment, he is not capable, cognizant to run the country.
Right.
Okay? He's a danger to the country, and I invoke the 25th Amendment, and the cabinet goes along with it. Trump can say, I ain't with that. No. Then what happens is then it has to go to Congress, and 2/3 of Congress have to vote to remove him.
By that time, the 13 days will be up for the inauguration, and the president will be already, so it ain't no need to do that, because they'll prolong the handoff.
Right.
You know what I'm
saying?
saying?
You know when the inauguration is going to take place. Right. Now,
you said the inauguration will take place still without that?
Yeah, without that. It's still going to take place. You know, even if they were to do that. Now, what Nancy Pelosi said is if they don't do that, they need to impeach him. Is it worth impeaching him? Yes. Impeach him. That's what they need to do. And here's why. If you impeach him and he's found guilty by the new Senate, okay, the House impeaches, the Senate runs the trial, right? He loses his pension. He loses the $1 million a year travel allowance, and he loses the full-time Secret Service, and he can no longer run for office. So yeah, it would be worth it to impeach that sorry ass.
I say just straight after he get out of office, go get him and lock him up for all the crooked stuff he did.
Oh yeah,
20, 30 years that he deserved.
You know, that's what. Well, New York can't wait to get him. See, he thought he was going to get away from New York by moving down to Florida and making Florida his residence of record. Oh no, New York gonna have that ass indicted, extradited back up to New York to face some charges they got on him. And their new attorney general is a black chick.
But you know, they can go behind the closed doors, and they, the FBI and all of them always give you the deal.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we'll give you a deal.
Yeah. We'll cut you a deal.
Well, this is the deal. If you want it or not, man. So eventually, he's not going to do what everybody's thinking is going to be done to him. You know that. I'm just saying that's the other part.
And this is what I said about the mealy-mouthed Democrats. They ain't going to want to go after him after he's out. He's out of office. This over.
Look,
let's focus on what's done.
Almost admit that he was Biden ain't even want to admit that Trump needs to be punished.
How about that? That's crazy.
Want to admit that.
That's crazy. Well, I'll tell you what.
I said I didn't think he belonged there anyway. You're getting ready to get in office. Do you want him prosecuted or locked? What is it you going to be?
That's where
he can't even answer him. Right?
Hell no.
You know what I'm saying? That's what makes
you know what? Man. In most countries throughout history, if you try a coup and it doesn't work, you know what happens? You get lined up and shot. Since America is no longer operating like a first world country any goddamn way, then the executions start.
And not only that, like, it's crazy, man. The simple fact that these other countries, these other powerhouse countries, Wing Wong Long, what's his name?
I know who you mean.
The Chinese, Kim Jong Un.
What's his name?
I can't get it happy.
I'll tell you that. Yeah.
What's the Chinese dude running career name?
Something like that. Something like that.
Well, anyway,
we don't want to sound racist, like but
anyway, he see the weakness of America right now. Huh?
Yeah.
And they talking about, you better not let no more rockets off in this area. And you can't even stop 2,000 people from coming into your house.
You know he looking at that like that wouldn't happen here.
And he got like, I don't know, $1 billion army or more. Come on, man. He sent 100,000 people over here. It's on. If they can do that with 2,000 people.
Well, see, here's the thing about that. You got to remember, it was 2,000 white people.
I know.
That's the thing. Remember that.
That was the privilege. It was 2,000
white
privilege
out there. Privileged people out there. Exactly.
So, and that's the
word that we didn't bring up today.
The white privilege was all over that incident.
Big time.
And that's what the world is noticing. The white privilege. You know what I'm saying? That's the main topic of what we was talking about and discussing today, that white people get over with so much stuff that they can't deny the white privilege that they have now.
That's right. After this. Now, I had one person say that Capitol Hill isn't sacred anymore. They have defiled our country. I said,
they did that, murdering black people all the time.
Defiled our country? The only country that had to have a war against itself to end slavery.
Wow.
The country that has been at war 240 years of its 245-year existence.
Wow.
The country that pushes a segment of its population into poverty and then blames the poor for being poor. The country that is oppressing and murdering black people so vigorously. The UN has called for an investigation.
And locking them up, turning them into slaves.
Right. The UN has called for an investigation for human rights violations. This country was born on violence and built on the foundation of blood.
True.
This country has always been defiled. This is the open eye.
WHGE 95.3 FM. Yada.
Like I always tell you,
what you tell them?
Destiny determines who enters your life, but you decide who stays.
Right.
Therefore, value those who value you, and don't treat those as a priority who treat you as an option. I'm Patrice Gibbs.
I'm Nsoromma.
This is
the Open Eye.
WHGE
95.3 FM. Yada.
That's it. going over, y'all. Thank you, brother Allen. Said good show. Thank you, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Thank
y'all for tuning in. See y'all next week. Yo, cuz it ain't over yet. I'm telling you, the orange man, he got some more stuff up his sleeve.
You believe that?
Like he's not gonna be at the operation. He's gonna pop in, blow up the scene, and do what he do. Hey yo, this is what he do.
It ain't over, and the open eye will be there to break it down for you.
True that. And yo, once again, stay safe and enjoy life, because life too short to be worried about